The price of XRP, one of the world's largest altcoins, has been rather volatile over the last couple of months. While for a brief time in late November 2020, holders did expect XRP's prices to surge, all hope was lost after the Securities Exchange Commission sued Ripple for an illegal securities offering. Not only did the lawsuit affect XRP's prices badly, but it also called into question the cryptocurrency status. Thanks to the lawsuit, many in the community have been calling for more clarity on the subject. If you're here for the first time, remember to leave us a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you can get updates whenever we post a new video. It was a sour last few days as the year 2020 ran out, and it was also the same in the first 5 days of the year until XRP's fortunes turned up on the 7th of January. The price of XRP rose from 22 cents by about 50%, up to about 33 cents. This is a breath of relief on the minds of XRP investors who believe that something marvelous could still pop up despite the lawsuit. It's almost deafening the applause the XRP's group of investors have shouted out on social media. Several predictions were suggesting that there is no end in sight to the lows that XRP's price was experiencing. The price fell from as high as 70 cents, which was the highest it has risen in 3 years. But XRP is not a stranger to such a massive increase in value. Why else do you think it has been dubbed the fastest growing cryptocurrency in the world? Not to brag, but the cryptocurrency is quite the gem despite its slow rate of adoption. XRP is widely acknowledged for the world of difference between it and other cryptocurrencies. It's decentralized as an entity on its own, and it still functions to help improve the functionality of centralized bodies, such as banks and other financial institutions. It's also known for its applicability for enhancing transactions involving other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can imagine the world of good this cryptocurrency will do once it gets fully adopted by individual users, not to mention investors, small businesses and enterprises, larger organizations, or international corporations. It's interesting to see what more XRP has to offer as it grows in stature. The onset of the lawsuit saw the coin take quite the tumble, prompting a massive sellout and delisting by certain exchanges, and it seemed like the sun would never shine again on the crypto, at least not for a while. Skepticism was brewing in the market as to how long the coin would linger in the fall zone. A lot of people had launched rather disappointing campaigns encouraging people to sell their XRP to avoid losing their investment worth millions. However, others held out in anticipation and even bought more into the dip. That faith has been repaid as the coin took its first giant leap. It was getting a bit less reassuring since the surging run of Bitcoin started and other altcoins followed suit, first rallying before starting their mini rise. This week saw Ethereum rise from $700 to about $1,250, which is about a 179% increase within 2 days. Bitcoin experienced a pullback to $29,000 early this week before surging to $33,000 and finally hitting a whopping $40,000 on the 7th of January. This week will go down in history of the cryptocurrency industry as a great week for Bitcoin and technically other altcoins. At first, Ripple XRP did not show any sign of actually joining the other altcoins in the rallies when it fell to about 43 cents and then 31 cents, and then 24 cents before settling at 22 cents. I'm pretty sure the people had resigned and were not anticipating the real rise in its value, for good reason. It had nothing to do with the coin being a scam or anything but a case of mistaken identity, one which it is just starting to fight against. Analysts have wondered just how long a crypto that had no relationship with the company being sued would stay down before it found its feet. Some publications had already gone out and said that the low price might even last as long as the case itself. But many crypto experts disputed that fact, stating that for as long as the coin remains on exchanges and the case lasted in court, XRP is still a currency until proven otherwise. It was expected to hit the ground running as it stepped into 2021 with renewed vigor. Now, crypto experts are anticipating up to 10,000% increase in the value of XRP. We think that would bring its price from its current 31 cents to about $31 in 2021. It really isn't that big of an aspiration considering just how volatile the crypto industry can become. Bitcoin's rising of late is a precursor to that as well, after having seen a massive rise from $30,000 to $40,000 in under 48 hours. Ethereum also followed suit. Ripple XRP's price also took a cue and underwent its significant rise after a pretty rough start to the year. This chart shows the XRP USD price trend from November through December 2020, which predicted XRP's rise for 2021. It documents its trend line from its peak at 71 cents in November till date. It reflects the establishment of a downward sloping support line for the crypto as the trend line proceeds towards the end of the year. A second trend line was established above the price trend line representing a triangle which gave the price trend line a wedge-like pattern. and it closed at the edge of the upper trend line, at which it was expected to rise or fall. If it were to fall, it was not expected to fall below the lower sloping trend line, though that would mean the price of XRP would be as low as 11 cents. However, if it were to rise, the analysts predicted two price target levels. Target 1 is valued at 30 cents, while target 2 is set high at 38 cents. Currently, this prediction holds for XRP as of the 8th of January 2021. Question is, how soon will the coin hit the second target at 38 cents? This next chart supports this prediction, and it reflects the price breaking through the first target price level of 30 cents as it rises above the upper trend line. A white arrow was drawn to show the potential direction of its rise towards a third target price, which is at 45 cents, which would represent a total of 120% increase from its closing price of 20 cents in 2020. If the price consolidates above the upper trend support line, we expect it to go higher than it already is. This chart shows the potential of XRP price going on a major swing to form around our upper red trend line, and then buy on its break upward, which is exactly what happened. Ripple formed a third swing around the red trend line, so it's now valid, but not necessarily ready to buy yet. XRP was expected to attract buyers by breaking above the upper gray area, around 25 cents. The trigger was expected to be after a momentum candle close above the gray area. Interestingly, the rich bomb setup, which is around the orange dots, is formed now, which adds more confluence to our buy setup in this case. If the price breaks above the gray area, we can expect an explosive move upward. The gray area was set at 24 cents at a time when XRP price was a mere 2 cents below that value. The price now at 31 cents shows how the chart could have been more optimistic of XRP's potential. This chart connects the dots on the previous chart, documenting how the price exceeded its prediction as it surged into the green box zone way above the established gray line up to 31 cents. It shows the change we were waiting for, that is a momentum break above the gray area to buy. The price hits something, takes profit, and then reversed aggressively. As it approaches the support again, we will be looking for new buy setups to form as per our rules. This last chart shows the potential of XRP to break through a new resistance line set at 38 cents, as it aims for a possible high of 46 cents. Ripple is ready to go higher because the price bounced from the support zone and probably can reach resistance levels soon. The price can break it and go up to the resistance zone. With the assumption of office by Pierce, there is yet hope for XRP despite the lawsuit. She declared that the litigation could somewhat end in a settlement, which could see the case die out just as fast as it has surfaced. Pierce also claimed that the federal agencies in the United States are not aligned in their views about the status of crypto assets and XRP. She further commented that there's an open-end category called an investment contract. Therefore, crypto might be categorized as one thing by another agency, yet still be a security under the SEC, which is frustrating, and there is a call for more clarity, but it's imperative to do this to erase the difficulty of determining whether something fits within the security bucket or not. There is a need to establish more guidelines to make that feasible. Ripple, however, maintained that there is a dangerous lack of regulatory clarity for crypto in the US. Their lawsuit has already affected countless innocent XRP retail holders with no connection to Ripple. This was also shown to be true when several entities have discontinued support for XRP. In fact, Grayscale, which had initially shown support for XRP, became the latest to join this movement after it revealed that it had removed XRP from its digital large cap fund. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. XRP price seems to be rising. Where do you think it'll hit next? Should we expect to pull back before a major rise? Let us know what you think in the comments below. While you're here, go ahead and check out one of our other videos. See you next time.